Hey everybody, on my way to church this morning, I remembered to get my food for the Super Bowl of Caring. So we have this Super Bowl coming up, and we have two boxes here at the church. We have one for the Rams, and we have one for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they're having a competition. So the box that collects the most food and funds wins the Super Bowl here at the church. We can't say who will win the big game, but this is our attempt to raise funds and food for our local food bank. So remember this Sunday, bring your stuff and get your food counted for your favorite team. And follow me into the fellowship hall. I want to show you something. Hey, you may find these chairs to look out of place. Ordinarily, we don't see them here in Fellowship Hall, but there's a reason for that. We had some folks who wanted to attend our service at 9 o'clock. They had some mobility issues, and one was that they needed to be seated in a chair that had arms on it so they could push themselves up and move about. So, along with folks from the worship committee, we scouted out chairs, and we found a couple that had arms on them, and they'll be here for the 9 o'clock service and for the fellowship time. If folks from the other service would like to have a chair with arms on it. So we're doing that to just be more accessible and to be hospitable, because that's one of the important themes here at Campbell Church. This past Saturday, we had a half-day retreat with our elders, and we did some thinking about the near future, but we started with some assessments. And I asked them to list out some things they thought were going really well, and then one or two things they thought needed attention. And then we commented on some other kinds of emerging kinds of work here. So I want to tell you the three things that were in the top. And they're all very similar. The first thing that people commented on was of the adaptability and flexibility of Campbell during this whole COVID crisis. Our ability and willingness to worship in different places, playground and parking lot and sanctuary and fellowship hall, and to worship in different ways, sometimes all together as a single church, sometimes inviting the community in, but we kept a presence in this community of worship and mission. The other piece that was in that top group was the good experience of welcoming Living Water Lutheran into our facility, almost seamless, and that has gone very well for us. It's kind of a win-win here, and we're going to share in some service, and we're going to share in some ministries in this coming year. The third one on that was we have reached out to the Weems community here in Weems Village, and we've seen young adults here for our Wednesday night program, but we were also seeing a lot of families here for our fall festival, our Christmas caroling, and then our first ever Christmas parade here in Weems. So we want to be known by the Weems community as kind of a place they can come and participate, and we hope that some of them will feel the tug to join us in worship and be part of our ministry. So a lot of good things are happening. The one frustration among the many that people mentioned was we're still looking for that person that will lead and guide us as our organist and choir director for the 11 o'clock service. We're going to double up our efforts on that. That's one of our goals and objectives as soon as quickly as possible. We'd like to have a joint choir for this Easter as we did over Christmas, join with Living Waters and put together some wonderful music for Easter time. So those are some of the things that surfaced. The Spirit is so good and so positive, and I hope you'll feel comfortable inviting your friends and your family when they're in town to come and join us for worship. We'd love to have them all. Hey folks, I'm stirring up some soup. Actually, this soup was begun by Jane Timms, and I'm just warming it up. So Wednesday nights, we're doing a new thing. On Wednesdays, we invite the community in and members, and we have a program. We start at 5:30. It's a hot meal. And then we have a little lesson and we watch movie clips, and then we have some time at the tables for table talk. We have viewed The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. We've been watching portions of the series called The Chosen, and on the 16th we began a new 3-week series on Wednesday evenings led by Madison Winters, our intern, on J.R. Tolkien's work on Lord of the Rings. We think you'll love it. You'll be with some friends, you won't have to cook supper, you'll have some fellowship, so come and join us. And finally, about the sermon this Sunday. The text is the Beatitudes. It's from the Gospel of Luke. Blessed are the poor, blessed are the meek. When I think about those things, I don't think of those folks as being the blessed. They seem to live lives of hardship. And when I see someone who's in poverty or homeless, I think I'm the one that's blessed because of all that I have. You know, Jesus takes that whole blessing and he turns it upside down in the gospel. We're going to look more closely at that this Sunday in the sermon. So join us as we dive into the scripture, service at 9 and service at 11. And finally, just an appeal. Campbell is involved in lots of programs. Meals on Wheels. We also help provide meals for the volunteers at the free health clinic. And we need people to help us prepare those meals and to deliver. We'll be preparing lunch for the Lenten series. We're responsible for one of those Wednesday luncheons. And we just need a little help. So grab a friend. We'll have sign-up sheets in the fellowship hall this Sunday and see how you might plug in and give us a hand. So until Sunday, I want to wish you well. Take care of one another. Until Sunday then, goodbye friends, and God bless.